Hello everyone, I hope you all are keeping very well. Welcome to this edition of our Sunday series Places in News, where we bring to you some of the places that have been in news lately. Let's begin with our today's discussion with the very first location as Paraguay. Now, we know Paraguay is a country that is located in South America. So recently, this place was in news as the cryptocurrency regulation law was declined by Paraguay's president. Let us see where this is located. So, as we can see in the map of South America, we have a landlocked country which is known as Paraguay to the center. The capital city is Asunción, and to the northwest, we have Bolivia. To the south and southeast, we have Argentina, and to the east and northeast, we have Brazil. So, Paraguay is a landlocked country that is bordered with Bolivia, Argentina, and Brazil. There is another country named as Uruguay. You can see there is a similarity in the names, but the point to remember is that Paraguay and Uruguay do not share land borders. Here we have Uruguay, and this is Paraguay. Now let us discuss some of the facts related to South America. First of all, Brazil is the largest country in terms of population as well as area. And then we have Argentina as the second largest country in terms of population. If we talk about smallest country, to the north of Brazil, you see a small country that is named as French Guiana. So as the name suggests, it belongs to France and the capital city is Cayenne. Now, when we talk about latitudes in the entire continent, the equator passes through three countries. As you can see, 0-degree latitude passes through Ecuador, Colombia, and Brazil. So you can remember it with the help of mnemonics: equator, Colombia, and Brazil. Equator passes through three countries in South America. And then we have Tropic of Capricorn, that is roughly 23.5 degrees south. So it passes through four countries: Chile, Argentina, Paraguay, and Brazil. Another thing to notice is that Bolivia and Paraguay are the countries which are actually landlocked, but all the countries in South America, as you can see, have sea borders. So the important physical features in South America, first of all, are the Andes mountain ranges. As we know, these are the young fold mountain ranges that runs entirely in the western part of South America, starting all the way from the north of South America and ending the tip towards the Strait of Magellan. So here we have the Strait of Magellan. To the west, we have the Pacific Ocean, and to the east, we have the Atlantic Ocean. In the north, we have the Caribbean Sea. Another important physical feature is the Amazon River, and we know that Amazon River is the largest river in the world in terms of volume, and it drains in the North Atlantic Ocean. Also, some of the important islands near the continent. First of all is the Falkland Island that belongs to the United Kingdom. And also we have the very famous Galapagos Islands that is to the west of Ecuador. And Galapagos Islands are very famous because Charles Darwin did his experiments in this particular island. So I'll leave you with the first question of the day. To which country do the Galapagos Islands belong to? You have to name the country. You can write your answers in the comment section below. Now, if we talk about the political features of the country, Paraguay is a representative democratic republic and it has a multi-party system. So executive power is exercised solely by the president, who is actually the head of state and also the head of the government. Now, if we talk about the major rivers of the region, Paraguay is divided by Rio Paraguay, or which is also known as the Paraguay River, into two well-differentiated geographical regions. So as you can see, Paraguay River is one of the major rivers and it runs through Brazil, Bolivia, Paraguay and Argentina. And it divides the country into two differentiated regions. Another important river is the Parana River. So here we have the Parana River, and this is Verde River, which is tributary to Rio Paraguay. And some of the important ports of the country are situated across these two rivers, that is the river Paraguay and the Parana River. Another important fact is that although Paraguay is landlocked, there are a number of noteworthy lakeside beaches. Now, another important physical feature of the country is Chaco Boreal. So, Chaco Boreal is a part of the vast arid lowland, which is also known as the famous Gran Chaco of South America. So this region, Chaco Boreal, covers more than 246,000 kilometers square of area, which is about 2/3 of the country. So Chaco Boreal is a region of distinctive vegetation that occupies northwestern Paraguay. It also covers southeastern Bolivia and northern Argentina. And as we have discussed, it is a part of Gran Chaco. So as you can see in the map, the Chaco Boreal region, which covers around 2/3 of the country. Well, this was a little bit about Paraguay. So let us move on to our next location, and that is Gibraltar. So recently, this place came up in news because of a collision that happened between a cargo ship with an LNG, liquefied natural gas carrier. This happened in the Bay of Gibraltar. So let us look into the map. Where is this region located? So Gibraltar is located at the southern tip of the Iberian Peninsula. Now, when we say Iberian Peninsula, mostly Spain and Portugal are the countries that are part of this peninsula. And most importantly, Gibraltar is a British overseas territory and it is a small city with an area of 6.7 kilometers square. So as you can see, it is bordered to the north by Spain. Here we have the Iberian Peninsula and this is the African continent. Now this small region, it is known as Gibraltar and this passage is known as the Strait of Gibraltar. So it is strategically very important choke point because half of the world's seaborne trade passes through the Strait of Gibraltar. And Gibraltar has historically controlled the narrow entrance and exit to the Mediterranean Sea. As you can see here, we have the Mediterranean Sea and this is the Black Sea. So this is the region known as Gibraltar, southern tip of Spain, or it is also known as the Rock of Gibraltar. It is a very small region. As you can see, mostly it is a harbor, and to the south of which we have the Strait of Gibraltar. And as we have discussed, it is a British overseas territory with an area of approximately 6.7 kilometers square. Now let us discuss about the brief history of the region. In the year 1704, the Anglo-Dutch forces captured Gibraltar from Spain, and that was during the War of Spanish Succession. Again, in the year 1713, there was a treaty that was signed, which was known as the Treaty of Utrecht, and under this treaty, Gibraltar was ceded to Great Britain. So in the current scenario, the sovereignty of Gibraltar is a point of contention between the English and the Spanish, because Spain also asserts a claim to the territory of Gibraltar. Now, if we talk about the economy of this region, it is largely based on tourism, online gambling, financial services, and bunkering. Now, bunkering means the supply of fuel that is for the use by ships, and such fuel is referred to as bunker. Moreover, if we talk about the geographical features of the area, Gibraltar's terrain consists of a very high rock that is known as the Rock of Gibraltar. It is around 1398 feet high and it is made up of Jurassic limestone. Now, there are two coasts, or you can say the sides of Gibraltar. In the eastern sides, we have the settlements of Sandy Bay and the Catalan Bay. And there is the west side, majorly having the harbour establishment. Further on, there are negligible natural resources and also a very few natural freshwater resources in this particular region. So this was a little bit about Gibraltar. So let us move on to our next location now, and that is Somalia. It has again come up in news as the International Chamber of Shipping gave a statement that piracy in the waters of Somalia is no longer a threat to global shipping. Now, International Chamber of Shipping, it is a global trade association for ship owners and operators. It has members from around 40 countries and it was established in the year 1921. So as you can look into the map, Somalia is the country that is located to the eastern part of the African continent. It is in the shape of horn and majorly it is a part of a region which is known as the Horn of Africa. So when we talk about this region, 4 countries majorly constitutes the Horn of Africa. We have Somalia, Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Djibouti. So you can learn these countries with the help of mnemonics seed. We have Eritrea with the capital city Asmara, Djibouti with the capital city Djibouti, and it is also strategically very important naval base because it is located just next to the Strait of Bab al-Mandeb. So here is the Strait of Bab al-Mandeb. It is a narrow strait that connects the Red Sea. Here we have the Red Sea, and this is the Gulf of Aden. The Gulf of Aden. Next, we have Ethiopia with the capital city Addis Ababa, and then we have Somalia with the capital city as Mogadishu. And here we have an island which is known as the Socotra Island. This island is actually very important for its biodiversity. So I'll leave you with the second question of the day. Which country do the Socotra Island belong to? You have to name the country. You can write your answers in the comment section below. And here we have the Indian Ocean. So if we see a bit of key facts about Somalia, the Republic of Somalia was formed in the year 1960 by the federation of a former Italian colony and a British protectorate. So as we have already discussed, it is the easternmost country of Africa that is situated on the Horn of Africa region. Now Mogadishu is the capital of Somalia, which is located just north of the equator. It is on the coast of the Indian Ocean. If we talk about the borders, Somalia is bordering the Gulf of Aden in the north, Djibouti in the northwest, Ethiopia in the west, and Kenya in the southwest. And to the east, it borders the Indian Ocean. Further on, it also shares a maritime border with Yemen. If we talk about the languages spoken, we have Somali and Arabic, which are both official in the region. Now, for the climate, Somalia is a country of geographic extremes because it lies in the equatorial region. Near to the equatorial, as we have already discussed, the capital city Mogadishu is just north of the equator. Also, the climate is mainly dry and hot, with the landscapes of thornbush savanna and semi-desert. Further on, there has been civil war, coups by clanist groups, border disputes, and most importantly, piracy in the region. So this was a little bit about Somalia, and with this we call it a wrap of today's edition of Places in News. I hope you liked the video. I will see you with some other video tomorrow. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.